Floyd of the Jungle is a 1982 platform game which was initially released for Atari 8-bit computers and was part of the initial batch of games from MicroProse. Interestingly enough, designed and programmed by company co-founder Sid Meier, then ported over to the Commodore 64 by Granty Rani in 1984. I suppose you could call this a combination of the arcade hit Donkey Kong along with another hit title, Pitfall. I still don't know how some game companies got away with blatantly copying ideas, but whilst I'm on the subject of this game, I also remember a title from Microdeal called Cuthbert in the Jungle, which stole the title pretty much for this game, and also, to rub salt in the wounds, was a blatant copy of Pitfall. Got to love the 80s. Unfortunately, unlike the original Atari version, the Commodore 64 version of Floyd in the Jungle was either played in single player or two-player mode, whereas the aforementioned original would allow up to 4 players at once. In single player mode, you enter your name and then you need to race to the Red Woman. I think she was called Janice or Barbara or something. Let's go with Janice. Anyway, she's up there at the top of the screen. You are the black matchstick man, and you must reach the lady in red at the top of the screen before the other 2 grey matchstick men get in there first. Janice is in high demand for these little fellas. In 2-player mode, each player would control a different coloured Floyd and start out at the bottom of the screen in pretty much the same way. Above the Floyds are different tiers with various obstacles. Snakes, elephants, birds, lions, alligators, monkeys and pygmies prowl each tier. Impassable jungle separates the tiers, and dangling vines are the only means of passage. Your Floyd must jump and scamper through the jungle to do the things that are worth points. These include catching birds, punching pygmies, and rescuing Janice, Queen of the Jungle. When you reach Janice, the round ends, and a different screen full of jungle appears. The animation of Floyd and his jungle was obviously a little bit basic, with the characters only being stickmen, yet there's a certain charm to the whole game. The snakes rock to and fro. Toothed jaws open and close. Feet shuffle along jungle paths. Floyd himself is especially well done. He literally jumps for vines, rides the animals, and knocks out pygmies. He even appears short of breath. With all of these Floyds scrambling around, it's a zany foot race. The foliage looks pretty decent for an early title, and the landscape allows actions like jumping for a canoe, leaping off a hill, or defying wild animals. The only frustrating point is that it's hard to know how to aim and time your jumps, except by trial and error. Timing is very critical. Leap too soon and Floyd goes into the underbush, the river, a deadly dart, or possibly some jaws, and the penalty is harsh. Back to the bottom of the screen. This can be extremely frustrating for beginners, but for experienced players, the penalty scheme works well to balance reflex play with the strategic demands of getting points. The movement of Floyd is also pretty fast, but definitely not as fast as the original Atari version that we see here. In fact, there is more colour on the original version too. So I'm sure there will be plenty of Atari fans shouting at the screen right now.
The original was miles better.
However, this was another hidden gem, and one you should definitely consider adding to your Commodore 64 library. Racing against computer players on the same obstacle course was a pretty clever idea for a game, and definitely adds to the competitive nature of this little classic. It was always pretty funny to play with friends, and you'll get a lot of enjoyment out of this one. Give it a whirl. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching guys. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. and definitely be sure to play this one when you get chance. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us as we revisit more and more classic Commodore titles with the hope to unlock some nostalgic memories. There's plenty more on the channel playlists and more coming regularly, so stick around, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, bye for now.
I hear